Welcome back to the Cognac, Tequila, and the Girl Show. It's time to hang out with Rob, Mike, and Dunya. Whatever you don't want to say, they will with no chaser. Take a shot and let's have a drink. Is hashtag squad goals still a thing? Because they are. Let's go.
Welcome back, everyone. We're back.
Hello.
Cognac, Tequila, and Girl. Thanks for joining us again.
Yep.
Yep. Man, I'm all the words. Yep. Anyways, we're back with episode. This is 192 or 3? 193. Yay. This episode we've been trying to do for a couple weeks now. And I think I mentioned we were going to do it, but life happens and you got to have your story straight and things. But we are doing another monsters episode, true crime, if you will. And we're going to discuss the Menedez Brothers with focus on that new Ryan Murphy show that's on Netflix called Monsters, the Menedez Brothers. And we'll get into that. Yeah. It's a doozy. You know? Especially if you were born after the 80s. You probably don't even know, besides after watching that show. Anywho, before we get into it, Tequila, how was your week?
My week was revivification. It was revivification. Revivification.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
That's what it means. It was renewal.
Oh.
A rebirth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you just taught me a new word. I don't know.
I probably pronounced it wrong.
Oh.
But that's how I pronounce it.
And that's all that matters, because it was your damn week and your word. Yeah. Okay. No elaborations there?
I think it speaks for itself.
But does it, though?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Glad that happened, I hope. How was your week, Cognac?
Making people understand that nobody's doing anything during October, November, December, and having to explain to them why multiple times, and we shall revisit in January.
Could you explain that to people who don't know what the fuck you're talking about?
I'll leave it at that. Nobody puts the product in.
Okay, so I guess I'll just be your translator. That means in the liquor industry that we work in, that everybody knows, during October, November, December, which is what O&D means to us, nobody's putting anything new into stores or wanting to be introduced to new products, and sometimes suppliers or other people don't understand that. Like, we can't bother our customers during those 3 months. And really January, it should be O&DJ.
I'll say chains, mainly.
Okay. Well, I'm just, other people who don't know what the hell you're talking about should know what the hell you're talking about. You could have explained it better than that. Damn.
And
but I didn't want to.
That's most industries that provide products. I mean, like, even in my industry, things slow down right now, or they may speed up because, people getting ready for their so they get a budget. You know what I'm saying? They get their budgets. So if they didn't overspend their budget, they trying to spend it before the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? That way, next year when they go get another budget, they boss don't cut it. Well, we gave you this much and you didn't spend this much, so let's cut it. You know what I'm saying? So they try to cut it. Yeah. So you may hit those patches where people are trying to just spend leftover money, but in most cases, people are just trying.
The only thing they're interested is like buy-ins on stuff that's selling. Like if I give a buy-in on something that's selling, I've done that. And that's an interest in them. Here's a buy-in for the holidays. But it's something that I have established and selling.
Business slow down for everybody right now. Nobody doing nothing new
Yeah.
for the next 3 months.
I mean, apparently McDonald's can't buy no onions right now. They added onions. 'Cause the onion, they gotta find a new onion supply.
Thank you, Gangsta, for asking. My week? In case you guys didn't know. Mike Gangsta is here. No, our number one fan. Love her. She's not gonna say anything though. My week was okay. Oh, okay. What is it?
Revivification. That was my word, I'm sorry.
Okay.
What did I say it was? Revivification.
Whatever you said it was.
You said what I said it was.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That was really.
My week was okay.
Yes.
It's long week. Just long as shit. It's the opposite of revivification.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not revived. Yeah. I did watch like one of my favorite miniseries, Storm of the Century by Stephen King this week. I watch it like every couple of years. I don't know, it's really good and it's still relevant to this day, so you guys should watch it. I think you'd like it, actually.
I never heard of it.
It's on Hulu. It's not gory.
Nah, I might. Well,
I think both of them would
yeah,
like it, actually.
I think Tequila would like it. Yeah,
It's pretty good.
it's good. It's interesting.
It's not.
Is it about a real storm?
Yes.
Yeah. Much
Yeah, it's about a storm. Okay, I can give like a
summary.
Yes, a storm happens in this small town. You know those small towns in the mountains of Caucasia where the storms.
What cornfields is?
There's no cornfields.
Okay.
No, I don't think this. I think it's always cold up in that mountain. It's at the tip of the mountains of Caucasia. Yeah, this big storm comes in, and this stranger comes in from out of nowhere and kind of wreaks havoc on the town. And basically says, if you give me what I want, I'll go away. But the town can't figure out what he wants until he decides to tell them what he wants. But he comes in and he knows like everybody's sins, like and
Yeah, I'm not watching this.
uses it against them basically to make them do what he wants. But it's really good. It's brilliantly written and the acting's phenomenal. And it's a good story, and it works like to this day. That's how I watch it like every couple of years. I'm like, that's crazy.
It's so funny.
It still works.
There's, the scene where he goes,
Well, no, we're
and
not.
you.
Okay.
Never mind.
First of all, I brought it up as my week.
Sorry.
And now you just want to give spoilers. Anyway, I think we should have an episode about it, so maybe you have to watch it, Tequila.
All right.
Just saying. Okay. That was all. Can we get to our first segment?
What the fuck with the girl?
Alright. So my what the fuck this week is actually for myself. My what the fuck is, if anybody who knows me and knows who this person is, I don't think you might, Cognac. I don't know if you would. Okay, so Charlemagne the God. Okay. Alright, cool. Gangsta knows who it is. I don't like him. I just don't.
Thank you.
Can't stand him. He gets on my fucking nerves. But I fucking agreed with something he did. I think it was last night.
Lil Duval's homeboy.
Yeah, I love Lil Duval sometimes. Yeah, I agreed with something he said last night. So I'm going to say, what the fuck? I guess I don't hate him. He had a point. He went on CNN with Anderson Cooper and checked Anderson Cooper, who I love. I love Anderson Cooper. But he basically went on there and he said they were talking about Trumpy talking about Kamala's race and things like that or whatever. He goes, it's crazy when he says things like that, and I'm just paraphrasing. I can play it, but I don't want to do all that. You guys sit here on this these news stations and have a round table about if she's black or if she's not or whatever. But nobody has a round table about him being a fascist. Why is nobody talking about that? If you look it up in the dictionary, literally every defining thing about that is this man, and nobody's talking about that. Why not? And I went, well, he's right, and he checked my boy. So, yeah. Anyways, so that's my what the fuck this week for me. Look at me liking something that came out of that man's mouth.
What the fuck with the girl? Joking with Cognac.
Okay.
Why wouldn't it be wise to fart in an Apple store? Because they have no windows.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I think your daddy would love that joke. You should tell him that Monday morning. They have no windows.
Yeah, but they do.
You get
It's a big ass window. Most Apple stores is more of a window than anything.
They don't
It's
have
weird.
Microsoft.
Open.
I know.
I was like, did I take that joke wrong? I thought you meant like Microsoft Windows.
And I have windows on my iPhone. So.
Yeah, but it was extra, huh?
I mean,
Did it come with it?
You got jailbroke?
It actually it's actually on the App Store.
Yeah, now.
No, I mean.
Anyways, I thought it was funny and nerdy.
Yeah. No, I love the joke. Yeah. Did you create it?
No, I haven't.
No, yeah.
Windows.
Now get into this murder
Oh, brother.
mystery.
Oh, God. Okay. Anywho's, so for those of you who don't know, you should have Googled by now or hit pause and Googled what the fuck we were about to talk about. But if you don't know, the Menedez Brothers are two brothers, it's Lyle and Eric, that killed their parents in, what was it, 88?
89.
89?
And over 35 years ago.
Yeah, and they murdered them and said it was a mob hit. That wasn't it. And, they've been in prison now for about 35 years. They got, they had two trials, mistrial in the first one, because the jury couldn't come to it. So they had two trials. Second trial, they got life without parole. They could have got the death penalty. They were seeking that at one point, but yeah. So it's kind of been in the news again recently, because I'm going to say because of the Netflix show that Ryan Murphy did. Yeah. Before
we get too deep in there, I just want to say something. This Ryan, what's his name? Ryan Reynolds?
Murphy. Don't talk about Deadpool like this. Yes.
He does a great job at making these murderers
seem likable.
Bringing out the human side of them, and he did it with Dahmer. And now, if you watch the Menedez Brothers series, you find yourself almost rooting for him in some cases, or you just find yourself sympathizing with them. Not to the point where they commit murder, but feeling sorry for them and shit for them. And if they went through the shit that they showed in that movie, that's fucked up. But yeah. He does a great job with these movies or docuseries that he's putting out on these murders. He probably need to stop. Somebody probably need to check.
Okay. Well, yeah. I do want to say I did not find anything human about the Dahmer. I liked that actor prior to, and I really didn't like him for that. But I get your point of what you're saying. So, I think Tequila launched.
But he brought Dahmer to a different light.
Yeah, where you actually saw him as a person.
Yeah.
A terrible fucking person, but a person nonetheless. Not the monster.
I was gonna say, everybody is a person.
Are they? No.
I know monsters.
Yeah.
I've had them in my life.
Yeah, me too.
Saying,
But I do, just to preface this I did not watch the full series. Tequila did. You watched the whole thing.
Yeah, a while when it first came out.
Yeah. I got to, I think, like episode 4 or 5, and I just couldn't anymore. I kept trying to like put it back on, and I think what Tequila said, it was kind of humanizing it too much, and like the topics were bothering me. You know, because you watch these things and you're like, you know, from the beginning I was like, oh, the music is fucking awesome. Look at that windbreaker. I would have that, you know, or some shit like that. Like, look at that car, you know. Oh shit, they're going to see Batman. I remember when Batman came out, you know, that kind of shit. And I just felt like I was like not taking heed to the point of the story at all, whether it was to like them or not like them or agree or anything. I don't know. I couldn't do it, you know. So. You know.
Well, the original lawyer they had was a big attorney at the time, and he said they should plead or whatever. And this is what I remember actually as a kid too. And they got the other lady that was like almost coaxing them.
Well, you were like 8.
I know, but I'm saying
I didn't know you were into law at 8.
Watching it again though, you know, and reading, she was basically like, this could be your defense. You know, that you were molested. And then there were like, I guess, you know, other family members that were like, posting it. Because that's who had their backs, were other family members. Saying, yeah, they were funny. You know, like that. So I don't know. So that's their retrial, I guess.
I don't know. When I first started, well, we didn't even get to a retrial.
Yeah.
It's not a retrial. Again, that's called a resentencing. So if you're gonna jump to things, say the wording right. Anyway, so when I first started watching
ended
it,
the whole part, nothing else to say.
Okay, well, I got shit to say. So when I
went to the trial and everything.
Started watching it, when I first started watching it, I take notes. Well, we'll get to our opinion on that. We're not talking about that yet. Anywho, like I literally wrote on the side, this music is fire. So that's how I knew my mind was not in the right place. That was a note that I wrote down. And I was hoping, like, you know, it was episode 1, and they were at the funeral, and I was like, are they really playing this music at a funeral? Like, did they really do this? Like,
that funeral was
it Google? I wasn't Googleable. I don't know if they did that or not. I need to ask somebody that was there. Did they really play this music? I don't know. Shout out to Millie Vanilli, though. You know, y'all had some good tunes that you lip sang.
that funeral was something else.
Yeah.
When he started talking about his mom.
Yeah.
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 So the background though, what's the background? So the dad was a big time music guy.
Yeah. He was a big time guy at Hertz first, and then RCA or something.
Yeah, then the mother was just, I guess, a typical rich housewife. Basically, I don't want to use a typical rich housewife,
but a really great rich housewife.
And they were the spoiled brats, I guess. Yeah. If you follow the story on Netflix, you know, of course, his dad wanna leave a legacy, and his son is part of his legacy. So he got a narrative for his sons, some shoes for his sons to fulfill, to match the energy that he's putting out into the world.
Yeah, they were doing.
Yeah. So in society, they looked one way, but behind closed doors, there was a whole bunch of other shit allegedly going on. And what just cracked me up, I don't remember their names.
You said cracked you up?
Yeah.
Some of the shit was funny. Go ahead.
The dude, 18, with a toupee. That's loud. Yeah, loud. Yeah, he was an asshole. He was an asshole brother. And he had a lot of reasons to be an asshole because he had to wear a toupee.
That boy
Like,
stapled that toothpaste to his head like Weekend at Bernie's. If y'all ever saw that movie, Weekend at Bernie's, he had the staples to hook it on there.
Eric was not a failed, but a very not so successful tennis player who wanted to be a model, and his dad didn't agree with the model.
I'm listening to you and I'm looking at my notes and I put, wait, where did the hairpiece come from? Wow. Shit threw me off, you know.
What threw me off that he hid it? His brother didn't even know he had a hairpiece.
Yeah, which shocked me too about that.
Yeah.
How did you not know that for 18, 20 years? You know this boy been hooking his hair up? I mean, they kind of also,
He's sneaky.
separate bathroom.
Lyle was very smart.
Well, maybe a couple of years, not a full 18, 20 years.
Yeah, you can catch him one time, like,
Yeah.
ow, get out the bathroom. I'm putting my hair up. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I don't know. One thing I didn't know, which obviously, I mean, as a kid, I didn't know. The Menendez should have given it away for me, but I was like, I thought they were just white. Dad was a Cuban American. Well, he was Cuban American eventually, but he immigrated from Cuba. I didn't know that. Yeah. I just remember, I mean, I was only, 5 when this happened, and the time of trial, maybe 10. Yeah, I was like, these white boys killed their parents. That's crazy.
I mean, I thought the same thing. Back when it happened with even with the last name,
didn't process it.
Didn't put a Latin thing on it, just white boys and killed their parents.
Fucking immigrants.
Yeah.
I'm shocked they ain't eat their dogs and cats and shit.
They might have. Did anybody see any cats or dogs in the show? I didn't see any. Yeah, that kind of threw me off. And then, they played Milli Milli a lot, like, on the way to kill their parents. I was like, did they really play that? Like, I just wonder, when you watch it, you're like, is this true or not? And I think some of it is. Like, like when they went on the shopping sprees and stuff after.
Well, they confessed. Oh, boy confessed to his psych.
Yeah.
Eric.
That's
where they got the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he confessed.
Yeah.
He told everything.
Yeah, he did.
And just the nature of how they killed their parents, that shit was horrific.
Yeah, that was really graphic.
That shit was crazy.
Ryan Murphy don't give you graphic and gory every time. That was crazy, but it's true. That's actually true. Like, literally in homicide at the time, so I've never dealt with a lot of homicide cases, but the amount of, sorry to be graphic, brain matter and skull fragments was...
No, I'm just thinking about the type of guns they use.
Yeah, well, that's all they could get.
How many times they shot.
Yeah, that's all they could get.
And they were able to get close. And, a shotgun will pretty much do.
I wrote that here. The head blown off was a little much. I'm just giving you my little tidbit notes. Yeah. And then I said, no one in the mountains of Caucasian neighborhood heard any of those gunshots.
Yeah.
Nobody heard it. In real life, nobody heard it. They left and came back. And that's Calabasas or Beverly Hills, whichever is which. Y'all, is that normal?
Well, that's when it's surrounded by sound and the homes was just coming out, so.
Okay.
They probably just thought of somebody watching a movie real loud.
They were watching the Batman.
That's right. They had the 15-inch Shure Vegas home speakers.
Yeah. And then the graphic part I put, either they're terrible shooters or big mad. Like that's.
I mean, it was both.
Yeah, I think it was both.
It's a lot
It was both.
A lot of hatred there.
Yeah.
It was both.
Yeah.
And going back to the Caucasian thing, the mom was white. So
yeah,
that's how you probably could have saw the Menedez Brothers as being lighter, like white.
Yeah, growing up, it was just some white kids killing their parents. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't nobody doing that shit back then but white folks.
Yeah.
It don't matter what. You could have named them the Johnson brothers.
It could have been Tyrone Johnson Smith the third, and it would have been white. Because we don't fight our parents. We just used to take those ass whippings.
The problem with the Johnsons is they raped their dad.
Oh my gosh, that's a whole other movie. Oh my goodness, Lord. Anywho, I wrote, Lyle's crazy rude and thinks he's extremely smart. And I said, but he doesn't realize Dr. Oziel is not his therapist. You know, like what he said, how Eric confessed or whatever. But he came in there like threatening him and shit. Yeah. It's like, technically, yeah, okay.
It's over with.
Yeah, there's no privilege. And then if you
ain't come in with a gun, you should.
Yeah, and if you actually threaten harm to your therapist, they can break that privilege. So,
yeah.
I mean, at least in the show, it did, and in the court documents, they said that he was threatened. That's why he was recording and all of those things. So basically, in the show, I didn't get that far. The therapist told his mistress at the time, and when they broke up, the mistress told the police about the killings, and that's pretty much how they caught them. But the therapist should be fired. Was he fired? I don't know. Did it show that in the show?
I think he got paid. He sold it. He got paid.
He sold the information.
Yeah, he made money.
Did he lose his license?
I don't even know. I think he wrote a book and all these things.
Well, you can do all those things. But yeah. I don't know. The spending after they died was a little crazy.
Them boys borrowed out.
Yeah. 3 Rolexes.
And the conniving shit they did to get the money, you know.
Yes! I wrote that. I said, not the demands from the dad's company. I need limos, assistance, security.
2 limos.
And I need Hotel Bel Air. 2
limos. They needed to ride separate. They were so tight, but they needed to ride separate.
I said, these dudes are not likable at all.
Right? Yeah.
Broke in the safe.
I said, music's still kicking though.
Yeah.
I wrote that. I'm telling you, you can look at my notes. It literally says that.
That safe thing, they couldn't get that code, and they were pissed off trying to get in there.
And when they asked, just rewind, when they were investigating the house, and Eric was like, oh, I just need to get my tennis racket out of my trunk. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding? Oh, yeah, go ahead, sir. What the fuck?
He really liked tennis.
That's what you thought? Okay. This big-ass house you're at, you thought that was his only tennis racket in the trunk of that car? Okay. All right.
That's the cops.
The cop said, hey, he has to get his tennis practice. Yeah, that was strange. If that's true or not, whatever.
Anyways,
I'm like, sir, you're not getting in this car. The car's under investigation.
To a smoky house.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And the thing, they were like, was that window broken? How was it smoky? Yeah.
Was it still smoky?
Yeah. Yeah, they're...
But, the cops gave up on it. They...
Yeah.
Yeah, they gave up on the shit.
Yeah. I don't know. Just a couple of things I wrote. When they actually went to jail, I think one of them liked it. At least in the show.
Eric did.
Yeah. That's what I wrote it. Eric liked prison.
Shit, look at that mugshot. He's still like it.
And I said, Lyle wants his hair products and self-tanner. My goodness. That's what Yeah, Lyle's very superficial.
Yeah,
at least in the show.
Eric still like that shit.
Yeah. Well, they're both married now.
They
What?
Yeah, they both have wives. One had 2. I can't remember which one had 2. One had 1 for a little while, and he's with the other one.
That DA handled their ass though. They handled them, and they the female lawyer that Rob was talking about when he did his cross-examination or whatever, the district attorney.
Yeah.
Yeah, he handled their ass. Their lawyer was the wrong person for the case. The
The
female.
first trial? Or is it?
The retrial.
The retrial.
With the lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, something like that.
Yeah, the thing she was trying to stage, and
Yeah.
she should work in Hollywood and not be a lawyer with the shit she was trying to pull. She should be like a producer or something. She's trying to produce a stage show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For real, she wanted him to sit a certain way, speak, and I understand that. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah. Not all lawyers are great.
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know.
I kind of lost interest when they started shining. When she got involved, you know what I'm saying? Just her whole, yeah, I kind of lost interest with her. Just the way she was trying to handle the case and shit. I think I started doing something else.
I gave up before that, so I couldn't even tell you. That's the curly haired one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah,
Ramen
she
noodle-
was known.
Ramen noodle lawyer.
yeah.
No, she
Don't disrespect ramen noodles or curly hair. I like both.
whatever. I do too. Anyways, yeah, no, that was the interesting take that they basically fired the guy that wanted to do the plea deal, and that's what I was getting at, where she was like, here's what you need to do, and it didn't. At the end of the day, it didn't work out. Like, say your dad was to you or whatever. You know, she kind of
Okay,
coached
so-
that.
Yeah, because she came off of some other case.
Yeah.
Where it worked.
Yeah, where it worked.
I don't know. You know, I'm sensitive about the molestation thing. Like, it probably happened. Most men aren't going to admit that in detail, and you can't.
If you're on
You
death
can't.
sentence,
You can't.
what?
You hold it in. You hold it in. That they're.
Okay, if I'm
Sadly,
in life, I'm gonna
okay,
fucking
well,
say
that's
anything.
you. That's you. But
I mean-
some sexual, especially males, do not
I get
report
that. I agree with
or
that.
ever talk about those
I
things, and
agree.
that's a sad part of our world. So if those things happen, I mean, they're alleged, so I can't say. But if those
Exactly.
things happen, I'm sorry for those boys. And there's a member from Menudo that said that he was drugged and raped by their dad. So if you do it to a stranger, you got two at homes. I'm just saying, it could have happened, and and I'm sorry for them. But murder is still murder, and I think, like you said, had maybe they said that originally, it would have worked out better for them, or maybe had more sympathy instead of coming later on. But there are some family members that said they did tell me about this, and I said something to the wife, and they're liars, or whatever, But I will say my personal opinion. I think they've done their time. They've been exemplary prisoners, as far as I hear. And we'll see. I mean, they're not coming out to some wealth. They're not coming out to, I don't know.
They're not coming out to be broke.
Well, no, they're not going to be broke.
Now they got paid
Yeah,
Netflix.
yeah, they're going to get paid.
Right.
Paid. So I guess we'll see. Trust in the Lord.
But
I don't know.
it was premeditated, and a premeditated murder.
They could have got the chair.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. A premeditated murder is very strong in the eyes of the law. Like when you have intent that you're going in to murder somebody.
Yeah.
Even if you it's even like somebody enters your home and you happen to shoot them, not knowing who they are. you're gonna fight a long lawsuit or whatever from the family, from this, from that, from that.
Not if they inside your home.
Why, man? No, it's still
Not if you're Breonna Taylor.
alright. Well, whatever. Just
If they inside your home and you afraid for your life in the state of Texas.
well,
You're
Yeah,
not
and
gonna
they,
fight.
they also
you're not
supposedly
gonna
said
fight.
that too in the
No.
first trial.
Yeah.
That their
had
parents had the door closed and they thought that they were going to hurt and kill them, so they ran out to it.
yeah.
None of it added up. I do think that they had some, rich, I'm just using this phrase, rich white boy personalities of, they grew up wealthy and, could get away with anything or whatever. Yeah.
I thought.
Okay, you can word it how you want. I word it how I want to.
Yeah, remember they were stealing those people's shit.
Yeah, they were stealing shit when they didn't have to steal shit.
Yeah.
They were still in the will. Those were facts. That's the truth. It was in the show, and it's true.
I said, I know a person.
Yeah,
like that.
so do I. And sometimes those people get better. Sometimes they don't. I don't.
They just get progressively worse.
I don't know. But if the Lord sees fit, then okay, then he'll be out. We'll see how it works. But I feel for any child that's suffered through abuse.
Yeah, we keep diverting out of that.
Yeah, I'm going to divert to it because that's what they said, and
Yeah.
other people have said that
They said
no
that.
skin in the game. So
Well, like I said, it was a premeditation.
yeah, but
Because of the.
but I can tell
the
you
circumstance.
what did I say on this? Is one of my favorite movies, Law Abiding Citizen. If somebody hurt somebody that I care about so much, that whole movie is premeditated, and I'd probably do all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you rape and kill anybody I care about,
If you dig into
I'm going to be smarter than a couple of shotguns in the back of a car.
most
Trying to go
cases,
see a Batman movie, it probably would be premeditated.
you dig in I don't know the statistics or anything, so this is just me. If you dig into a lot of shit that go on, it's usually
Premeditated?
not. I mean, if I got a gun in my car and you run up to my car and I talk to you until you get away from my car, I'm gonna shoot you, and you don't get away from my car, then I pull my gun and shoot you. That's premeditated. You keep saying premeditated. That shit go along. That can mean anything.
Well, of course
Yeah.
it go along.
So what I'm saying is,
It's true, just like what he said. If somebody comes in your house,
yeah,
we have protections in this house because if someone comes in here, we know what we're going to do.
If you need
There's already a plan of action.
but the law say you got the right to protect your home, but
Yeah.
in a situation like in your car, you don't necessarily, you can drive off, you don't have to shoot. You know what I'm saying? So somebody could fight for you want to shoot that person because you could have done other things other than shoot. Now in your home, you're in your home.
But the home, but okay,
Some places.
if you want to talk about Texas,
No, we're not.
I don't want to talk about none of that.
Oh.
What I'm trying to say is,
I'm saying,
when you dig into it, most people being abused are dealing with some type of trauma, and that's a reaction. It could be a long-term reaction or whatever. So whether it's physical abuse, sexual abuse, or something like that, and people they hold it in for so long, and then they snap.
And they probably planned in their head 100 million and one ways.
man, and that's why I snuff out fires every day.
Okay, good for you.
What?
But everybody don't snuff out fires.
Side joke.
Yeah, everybody don't snuff out fires.
Nobody laughed on the
Yeah.
side.
But anyway, no, I was saying, but like in Texas specifically.
We're not talking about Texas.
Okay. Well, your car is your property.
Okay,
so-
well, they weren't in Texas, so.
Well,
okay.
California law. Different.
But if you can drive off and not shoot somebody, then you finna go to court for a long. Like you said, you're gonna go to court for a long time.
obviously.
You're gonna go to court for a long time, regardless.
If there was no reason.
Your house can't drive off.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just say I'm in
You can run out your back door and leave your house to that person, but then you're not protecting your home.
No. No.
Well,
You can surrender your home to that person because, they was in my house, I got scared and I ran out the back door. I don't know what they did.
some people do that.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But if you decide to protect your home, you got a right to protect your home.
You technically do, but they still are going to enforce and find
I mean, you got to go to court. Yeah, you can't
shoot somebody in the foot. You can't shoot somebody
That's
in the back.
That's how they get their money.
I know.
How is they gonna get paid?
I know. I'm agreeing with you on saying, like, if there's,
They just not gonna sit there and take the notes. Okay, good. It's over with.
of course not. That's my point. If somebody came in here,
You may not even go to jail, but you still gonna go to trial.
I'm gonna go, no, they're definitely gonna take you. If you
They may not take
kill
you.
somebody.
They may not take you.
They may not. They may will. Depends on the.
Again,
It's not like we're dealing with RoboCop over here.
Different circumstances for different scenarios.
But none of that got to do with shit with the Menendez brothers.
So what I'm saying is, if I was abused for that amount of time, physically, emotionally, sexually, I'd probably have planned it out in my head 1,000,001 ways too. And then one day I will snap and do it. And you might see that I premeditated it in my diary. Or premeditated it, and I might have said something, I'm gonna kill that motherfucker if he keeps touching me. So I don't know. I don't know. It's an interesting case.
It is a very interesting case.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
I do think, me as a civil person, who would love to be on jury duty as a permanent job, obviously you gotta get convicted. You murdered them, and you murdered them fucking horrifically. But I don't know if I would have sought life without parole or the death penalty. I would have asked for something. And also just given their ages, you change a lot. I don't know.
What's unique about it to me is, like I was saying, how people hold shit in. So you got two different people, went through the same trauma and responded to it. I mean, they responded to it the same way because they both ended up killing their parents. But before they killed their parents, how both of them responded to it. Like Eric, he hit it real well. He put his chest out. He was macho. But this other dude, he was a little more emotional and shit.
Okay, but am I incorrect on the show? I wrote it down in my notes. On the show, it seemed like that Eric was the first one. No, Lyle was first.
Yeah, Lyle was for his chest out. It was more macho and shit. Yeah, Eric was more emotional.
And in the real story, it said that he said the dad was doing it to him, and then when he turned 8, he stopped all of a sudden. But then Eric says that he started doing it to him.
Yeah.
But I thought in the show, I did not see it in my research, that he said that the brother was doing it to him too.
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I wrote that down and heard that right. So, which is not abnormal.
Yeah. The
sadly.
brother was doing it too.
You just think it's normal. Oh, well, I'll do it, whatever. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, if that's true, it's cringe to me. I mean, as far as I'm concerned.
Right, and you would do anything and premeditate it.
Nah, I mean, well,
Bullshit.
I mean,
we're not going to put it on here, but bullshit.
I mean, I can make it.
Bullshit. I have about 100. I have 100 ways of how I'll hurt someone if a child that I care about, and I care about a lot of children. I have 101 ways that I've thought about hurt someone if they did something.
I agree with you 100% on that.
I guess it's
Give me any child. That's all I'm messing with.
Well, yeah, any, but when it's passionate and it's someone that you know, I'll fuck up anybody over a child.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, so to get to what Cognac brought up, there's a retrial, guys. I'm trying to join the jury. Just kidding. they're trying to resentence them and give them life with possibility of parole, and that would mean they could get out very, very soon because
they'll be eligible for parole
they've done
immediately.
35 years.
Yeah.
And I think, what was it? It's normally 25, right? I think when you change it to that, 25 years, but they
basically get out.
Yeah, they would get out. So
If they make parole,
it's not.
you can still have people go to the parole board and protest and say why they
And the
shouldn't
judge
make
can
it.
say no.
Yeah.
The judge can say no. A lot of people can say no.
Well, no, there's only like just the,
Well, but they still
board and the judge.
they still have like Auntie and all these other people that are fighting for it. So
Fighting for what?
for them to get this.
Right. Okay, we're just talking about who's going to make the final decision.
The parole board.
That's what we just said. So why are we talking about the aunties?
No, Gavin Newsom has to approve it, and I forgot who the
What?
The mayor of California.
No, they don't.
That's what they said on what I heard.
Okay.
That he
No.
has to approve it.
No.
That's what I heard.
It's going to the courts. It has nothing to do with the mayor.
I understand, but I heard that he has to still sign off on it. As big of a case it is, they're saying
That's not how politics works at all. If he signs off on it, that means he signs. Okay, if he signs off on it, it means he signs off on all of those appeal cases.
It's
It has
a
nothing to
big
do.
case.
It doesn't matter
You
what
can look it
size
up.
case it is.
Okay.
You look it up, sir. I just told you that's not how that works. You look it up and get back to us next week.
The Menedez Brothers and
It doesn't matter what how high profile of a case. A governor doesn't only touch high profile cases.
all right.
Oh my God! Watch I Am a Killer, just a regular documentary on
I heard on
Netflix.
national news when they were talking about it, they said it has to be approved by Gavin Newsom. and
Okay,
some
then he
judge.
approves all of them. It does. They don't go. Oh, this one's a Hollywood
A
case.
high
You have to
court.
sign this.
I don't know.
Oh my God! All I'm saying, Rob, is if anybody's verdict is overturned or they are re-sentenced, not retrial, re-sentenced, it's not just because it's a high-profile case. That's against the fucking law.
Okay.
So you have to be cute, and the Hollywood has to like you for the governor to sign it, or that doesn't even make sense. Oh my goodness! Everything is so political always.
It's not. I'm saying, does he have to sign off on it?
If he
It's not
does,
a death. I can see if it's death row and you're trying to stop
And-
them from.
and even if
killing
he
them,
does,
then you gotta
again,
give it
what you're
approved by
saying,
the
do
governor,
you hear what you're saying? You're just getting defensive. What I'm saying it doesn't, okay, if he does, he also has to sign off on Tom, Dick, and Harry's if they get a resentencing. It's not just because it's a high-profile case.
All right. Fair enough.
If that's his job
And
and due
they lied to
diligence,
me.
he has to do it.
And they lied.
Well, that's not impossible. Whoever they are. I don't know who you're talking about.
The Daily News said the Menendez, and that's why I brought that up about it. And they said even if it went to do that, I mean, I don't understand.
Well, anywho, here's what has to happen. So, I always have facts.
Okay.
It is up to the judge to decide their fate as a pair could possibly be released from prison. It is up to the judge
To
nothing to
resentence.
do
Yeah,
resentence
resentence
them.
them.
It has
Yeah.
nothing to do.
And they still got to
if
go
it
in front of
hits
parole
Gavin
board.
Newsom's desk, every case
That's
does.
what I was saying.
That's what I was saying.
But that's what.
But it's not because it's the Menendez brothers. All of those go to the governor.
Go to the governor. That's why.
Is that what he said?
But
Or did you say no? It's because it's a high-profile case.
no, I meant that.
That's what you said. We can watch it back.
You're right.
Okay, but you don't listen. You just get
Goes to the
defensive.
governor's desk.
Okay,
My
cool. Anyways, it's
I
up to
said
the
maybe.
judge.
You said no, and then I said maybe because it's a high profile case. I don't fucking know, but that's what I heard that in half.
I said
listening to.
I said his signature doesn't make the decision. That's what I said.
All
Him
right.
signing it doesn't make the decision.
Fair
That's what you
enough.
said. You said he has to decide.
Fair enough. I didn't say.
And I think you were told that on national news
Okay.
because if they get released and they do something, it'll be like, see, look at Gavin Newsom. He released him.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with that. It's the judge.
All right.
Who has to resentence him.
That supposedly he has to sign off on it.
Yeah. Okay.
What I meant.
Cool.
My bad.
He can halt the proceedings.
That's what I was saying.
That's it.
My bad.
Even if the board approves their release, Governor Gavin Newsom could decide to halt proceedings.
All right.
Whatever that means. They don't elaborate. They don't elaborate.
Okay, so if you watch any documentaries on habeas corpus cases, they can halt it by just not signing something.
Yeah, but you don't have to let him know.
Yeah.
You don't have to do something eventually.
Yeah. He can say, "Oh shit, I'm too busy to sign this pile of papers."
Yeah.
That's any governor.
Okay, my bad. I'm sorry, but I kind of said that he has to sign off. And that's why I said from the beginning, and y'all were arguing about it.
You said he made the final decision.
I didn't mean it like that. But you just kind of said he
Meaning,
cannot sign it, and you just...
all he's going to do is halt is how fast they get out.
Okay.
He's not making a decision.
I said,
That's what he just said,
fair
halting.
enough. He's making a decision to sign the paper. What? That's a decision to sign that paper.
I can't make you understand it. You can lead. What was the story you were telling Harper? You can lead a man to fish and to the water.
I mean,
yeah.
okay.
All right. Anywho, so we'll see, guys. We'll see if the judge makes a decision. Yeah, if Gavin's on vacation that week, I guess. Yeah.
So if the hearing results in a judge approving the new sentence, attention will shift to the California.
Why are you mad?
California Parole Board. The board will examine the case and whether the Menedez Brothers are a threat to society if they are released. Even if the board approves their release, Governor Gavin Newsom could decide to halt the proceeding. That's it. He can decide to halt the proceeding.
Okay, that's what. So he is the final decision on that.
No,
technically.
No. I mean, he can be. He could just not give a fuck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know what halt means to y'all.
Halt means delay. Google it. Halt means delay.
Okay.
Because if they say stop, why they just ain't use the word stop?
All right. I'm confused.
Wording is very important. Reading is very fundamental.
I understand that, but
number one, you kept saying a retrial.
A final say is what I said, right? So if he halts it,
it's not a final say. If they're resentenced, it's not a final say of resentencing. He'll be resentenced. Did you not hear what he just said? Number one, you kept saying retrial. It's a resentencing.
But he can halt it.
Can I finish what I just was trying to say?
Go ahead.
He can't halt the resentencing.
The resentencing means they will be resentenced, with or without Gavin.
Yeah.
Then they go to the parole board, which is what he said.
Okay.
The parole board will give their recommendation if they think they're a threat to society. And then Gavin will say...
He can halt the proceeding. He can
halt it. Say, well, let me think about it.
And halt means the
That's
verb.
release. He can halt how fast they get out. He can halt how fast they get out. Okay. Just like any parole, any person on parole. Once you hit the parole,
fair enough.
They're resentencing.
A suspension of movement or activity.
I'm just trying to give facts.
Typically,
you didn't pick up your phone and Google a damn thing.
I did.
When?
Nothing. Hold and stop are the same thing. They're just in two different languages.
No.
But we were talking about resentencing.
Halt. A suspension of movement or activity.
Exactly. And
typically a temporary one.
Okay.
Typically a temporary one.
Yeah, it's just like you go to a stop sign. You stop there and just wait.
I don't understand why grammar is not grammaring.
Halt is...
He just gave...
Okay. Never mind.
Oh, you from Germany now? You Schlibadish? Really?
All right.
Okay.
I said he had to sign off on it. That's what I began with.
He has to sign off on all of those.
Oh.
Every. I just said that.
Okay.
What you said was, well, it's because it's a high-profile case. Is that not what he said, or am I crazy?
He said because it's a high profile.
That's the reason. It's not maybe. And I said, no, he'll do if he has to do that, it all goes past his desk.
Go ahead. I didn't know, like 100%. But when you read it to me, Holt and
but you said it like you knew. You said it like you knew.
The definitions say it's two different things. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because stop is more permanent. Halt is usually temporary.
They yield too. So they're yielding the case.
Yeah, halt is more yield.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, halt and yield are basically. Yeah. But yield and stop are not the same thing.
Okay. I know that.
Yeah. Okay. So halt and halt is
I'm going to say, sir, I halted at that fucking level. You saw me.
I mean,
I'm just trying to laugh. I don't even know why it's that serious. I don't know these people.
because he feel like we're attacking him. I ain't attacking you, bro. I don't give a damn. I was a teenager.
I said they had to come across grabbing Newsom's desk. And then it became that he wasn't the end of being. I said I didn't know that.
He's not in charge of his resentencing.
I heard that they had to come across his desk.
Rob, you brought
That's what I said.
But it don't. It never said it had to
run
come.
it before we could even start talking about the show.
I said,
and you called it a retrial. We said no, it's a resentencing.
I said okay.
It never, and it don't have to go across his desk.
Okay.
It can.
You check.
It can.
I'm gonna be a secretary. I'm gonna stamp it with a signature. Like, why does that even matter? It was just how you worded it that was wrong. That's it.
All right, fair enough.
And then to insinuate this governor that you hate only is going to, he's in charge of this one because it's a high profile case.
I don't hate nobody.
Okay, or dislike. It's because it's a high profile case. That's just not the truth. And if we're going to talk, we talk
Well,
truth.
you said that's not true, and I said
it's not
well,
true.
Maybe I don't know. I said this is what I heard.
The governor's job is the governor's job. It doesn't matter whose case.
I said this is what I heard, that he has to sign off.
I know what you heard, and what you heard is incorrect. That's not what you said. Rewatch.
Okay.
I can't wait for Monday so you can rewatch and hear what you said and hear that nobody's attacking you.
Yeah.
But you just want to be right.
And I ain't arguing with you.
Be right. Gavin Newsom, you're a dirty dog. You just want the high profile cases. Fuck you.
It wasn't that. I didn't say that. I said it's still, apparently, how I worded it was it has to come by his desk. And then you all start saying, what do you mean? No, it's this.
I'm not going to repeat myself.
Okay. Fine.
Now it's time to get in our third segment of the evening, where we tell you 3,000 things about us, using that magnificent book titled 3,000 Questions About Me. Me being Tequila, him being Cognac, she being the girl, and her being gangster. This evening, it's on Cognac. He gonna open the book, randomly select a question, then he gonna slide it across the desk of the governor to get approved, and then he gonna ask the question.
I'm not going to sign it. I'm not going to sign it. Menedez,
I said halt in my German accent. I was burning.
Menedez.
Oh, yeah, pick a question.
Burn now. 1201. Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings.
Oh, fuck.
Which story is better and why?
Lord of the Rings. I didn't watch any Harry Potter or read any Harry Potter. That's my answer. No, they're not. No. Could you just answer? You're worried about something else without answering.
I didn't watch Harry Potter, sadly. I guess, or not sadly, but
you can watch it.
Lord of the Rings.
Who kept you from? Who halted you from watching it?
I guess Lord of the Rings, Spiegel, whatever his name was.
My precious. I love that you do that thing. Tequila?
They're the same.
No, they're not.
To me, they are.
How? Because you didn't see either?
I've seen Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter, and they're the same.
They're not the same.
Yeah, they one big movie.
No.
Yeah.
They won, like...
No. Are you talking about The Hobbit?
I'm talking
and
about...
the Lord of the Rings? No, absolutely not.
To,
No,
I mean,
you're
my
upsetting
answer is my answer,
me.
right?
Well, it's upsetting me.
Yeah, so it's the same.
It's upsetting me.
Yeah.
Should have halted your answer.
Same fucking shit.
Yeah, put your answer on Gavin Newsom's list.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I didn't watch Harry Potter. I think I would have enjoyed Harry
High
Potter.
profile.
But Daniel Radcliffe, I say this all the time, and I'm sorry, Lord, his face just weirds me out. It creeps me out. I don't know. He gives me like serial killer look, but he's not. He's apparently a very nice person. I had a discussion with the bachelorette party crew that I went to about all the amazing things that he does, and I was like, great, but his face, I can't. So, I've never seen any Harry Potter. The rides are really fun at Universal, though.
Oh, the rides are great.
Yeah, they're really fun.
Damn.
Yeah, but Lord of the Rings, I watched that like.
If Universal wants a sponsor, did you know the bike one?
And Viggo Mortensen.
Yeah.
I think that's how you say his last name, Viggo Mortensen. I was really into him.
No. Yeah,
Elijah Wood creeps me out too, but
Yeah.
not as much as Daniel Radcliffe. I don't know. It's just a facial feature. It's my own issue. I'm working on myself.
Did Radcliffe do the little thing with the dog? The dude?
No,
like
that's
the dude in the
Elijah
box?
Wood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's Elijah Wood.
What was it called?
Wilfred.
Wilfred. That's Elijah Wood. Okay, so see.
At all?
Like with you?
Yeah.
That's the reason I know about this.
Yeah.
That was.
See, and he creeps. It's just the face. I don't know if it's the big eyes and the small. I don't know what it is. It's. Talk to my therapist about it. I don't know. Not that it's not that serious. I don't have to watch Harry
I
Potter.
watch that shit on my own, but you always had it on.
Yeah. Yes.
Seriously?
You were on like a kick for like a couple years.
Yeah.
I like when
Yeah.
you stole all the cats.
Look at him. Look at you on the side you got. Now he's gonna go on a Wilfred wormhole again.
I don't even know what it might be on.
Don't you put it on this evening, please.
Wilfred was great, man. It
Anywho,
was funny.
thank you guys so much for listening. I guess we'll see. Maybe in our next current events we'll have if they're out or not. But yeah, we'll be back next week. Happy early Halloween if you're celebrating next week. Trick or treat.
And parents, be good to your kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah.
Watch them open candy.
Stop the bullshit.
Yeah.
Just be loving, kind, and caring, and teach them shit that they interested in. And don't push your shit on them.
Yeah. And don't steal Halloween candy.
Yeah, don't
That's
steal it.
very rude.
Unless
You'll
it's
wind up on Jimmy Kimmel.
But don't do
love
it,
this
Mr.
segment.
Joe Cooper.
Who's Joe Cooper?
When I was a kid, Mr. Joe Cooper, he wanted to let his grandkids go trick or treating. He used to walk with them, yeah. And all his kids would be walking with our candy and shit, and just this figure would jump out the woods and start chasing us with a limp.
That's funny.
It'd be Mr. Joe Cooper. So everybody started running and drop the candy, and he'd pick up the candy and take it to his kids that he wasn't trick or treating.
That's really funny.
And then the next day, his kids get beat up at the bus stop because they be out there
Oh, well, shit.
eating candy
Well,
and
that took a
shit.
turn.
And we know y'all ain't go trick or treating. Y'all got out of the way I get all this candy from. I know I dropped my bag again. Yeah.
Damn.
Take this to Mr. Joe Cook.
Oh, wow.
Nah, but yeah.
See, you got stories. And you just be giving words and...
That one ain't got shit to do with my week. But anyway.
It sounded revivification story. Like,
We
story.
should do Halloween stories next
I don't
week.
have any because my mom didn't take us trick or treating.
I got some good ones.
My
man.
sisters were lucky they got to go trick or treating when I was old enough to take them. My mom was not into Halloween. Maybe that's why I'm so into Halloween. She always says, she goes, "You're right. I don't care. I'm not ashamed."
Well, I got some good ones.
Well, I'm sure you do.
My parents never took me.
Yeah, I know.
Halloween
Yeah, I know.
trick or
They didn't. Yeah,
I-
it's a different upbringing.
did my own. I got
Alright.
some good stories.
Are we done?
Uh-huh.
All right. Love you guys. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you next week. Mwah. Like, subscribe, and all those things.
Love you. Bye.
Lady, you ain't got no lawn. You are such
That's it for this week's episode of Cognac, Tequila, and the Girl. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on your favorite podcast app. As always, we'd love to hear your feedback. Follow us on all the social medias. Leave your comments and reviews. Until next week, keep safe and keep your squad close. Thanks for hanging out.